In some places it was 40, some places 60, 65. So it will be, the average will be around 40, 50, 55. That's it. At best, it will touch 60. Okay. Overall. So, yes, there was homework, wasn't there? Yeah, we are going to take that. Hmm. So here, this is when the first conditional and the second conditional. Underline the correct form of the verb in italics. Number one, if I were younger, I would travel the world. If I were younger, I would travel the world.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, how are you doing, Raki?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
Okay. Um, if I were younger, I would travel the world. Now, is it possible for somebody to be younger? Impossible. Easy decision, second conditional. जब थोड़ा जवान होते तो हम दुनिया घूमते. If I were younger, I would travel the world. See, when I see Jack, I'll tell him the news. When I see Jack, I'll tell him the news. There is a real possibility you will see Jack. And if you see, when you see him, you will tell him the news. Three, are you going shopping? I'll come with you if you like. Yeah, somebody is going shopping. There is a real possibility. You could go, you could meet them. Hey, Dev. मैं
Good
राखी से
evening,
यहाँ
sir.
बोल रहा था. I was talking to Raki in the class. मैं यहाँ राखी से बात कर रहा था and I wrote that word Raki there. You. Oh my goodness, that was silly. Okay. I was talking to you, Raki, here. I say, hey, Raki, and then I wrote Raki in the chat with Dave. Okay. So number three, are you going shopping? I'll come with you if you like. Real possibility. Number four. Yes. Now you're saying अगर तुम मेरे देश के होते तो तुमको समझ में आता. कोई तुम्हारे देश का हो सकता है क्या जो नहीं है? Impossible. If you came from my country, you would understand the
You would
problem.
understand the problem.
Yeah, you don't understand the problem because you don't come from my country. आप आते ही नहीं हो, आप हमारे देश के रहने वाले हैं ही नहीं, तो आप कैसे समझेंगे? If you came from my country, you would understand the problem. Number 5, if my house was as big as yours,
Yeah, if my house was as big as yours, I would get a
second conditional.
cleaner.
Yeah, second conditional in number 5, because आपका घर नहीं है उतना बड़ा, आप कह रहे अगर मेरा घर होता, नहीं है, अगर मेरा घर उतना बड़ा होता तो I would get a cleaner. Okay, I wouldn't clean it by myself. I would get a cleaner. The point here is I wouldn't clean it myself. I would get a cleaner. Normally people clean their own house, right? But sometimes when your house is very big, you can't clean it by yourself, then you need to hire a cleaner. Number 6, if you don't get ready soon, we'll be late for the party. Finally. I thought you would come after tomorrow. Okay, were you busy with that? Did you vote? Are you waiting now? Not yet. Next year. So wait for another 5 years in 2029. Okay. But next year, I think you could vote for assembly maybe. Yeah. If my house was as big as yours, I would get a cleaner. 6. If I don't get ready soon, if you don't get ready soon, we'll be late for the party. The husband is threatening or warning the wife, not threatening, warning the wife. If you don't get ready soon, we'll be late for the party. 8. Put the verbs in brackets into the correct form. There we go. You need to choose what first conditional or second conditional. Okay. So you're talking about winning the lottery. Okay. क्या करेंगे अगर आप जीत जाएंगे lottery? So obviously, what would you do if you won the lottery? Sounds more natural than what will you do if you win the lottery? Even if you're buying the lottery, you know, understand how likely it is. देखो भाई, if you say, what will you do if you win the lottery? It's not that you're wrong or something. You're not wrong, okay? In an exam, it's another thing. In an exam, you're supposed to write the second conditional because it is an unlikely situation. But in a real life conversation, even if you choose the first conditional here, the sky is not going to fall, okay? Because you chose the first conditional. Nothing would happen. It's just that you think that there is a big possibility. However, you know there isn't. So I would always go with the second condition. Yeah. But anybody who is still not very sure, okay, if you use the first conditional with number 1, what will you do if you win the lottery? Okay. And by the way, I have a question. This, what's the context? Suppose A is asking this question of B. Is it a question in a class hypothetically, or you think B has bought a lottery and then A is asking? What do you guys think? What I mean, I'm asking, do you think the person who's asking or the person who is being asked has bought a lottery, or it is just a hypothetical, if you please tell me? My question is basic, Rukaiya, Dave, Rakhi, Ravi, Sanjeev, for all of you. Do you think we, who is going to answer this question, has bought a lottery, or A is just imagining a situation and ask? What do you think?
The board share.
Okay, okay. Are you guys talking? Say
I
hello to me.
think imagining, sir.
Oh, you're talking. Sorry, I can't hear you. Give me a second. Let me fix my speaker. Um, speaker. Oh, right. Now, please talk, Sanjeev, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I think he's imagining,
All
sir.
right. All right. Okay, I understand why it's happening. It's the connection issue. But give me another second. I'll just fix this again. Yeah, go on, talk. Okay, perhaps the connection is different. It's Alexa's not here. We need another. Go on. Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. It was just Abhishek.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Abhishek. Where have you been?
Sir, I was in college, sir. I was doing final projects, so
Uh-huh.
I was unable.
Okay, just give me a second. I'll go and get my, speakers because this speaker is malfunctioning somehow. Um, I don't know what I should be doing. It's blank the screen. Maybe restart. I'll be right back, guys. Yes, guys, let's talk. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, you are.
Okay, okay, fine, great. Yeah, what a surprise, Abhishek. You disappeared. I know you were busy, and then
Yes.
you're back.
I wanted to join earlier, sir, but I'm so afraid to face you, sir. That's why.
Ah, Abhishek, don't talk like a child. Come on. What fear? What are you talking about? Don't talk about fear with me. Yeah. Even the
because I am
mice,
unable to interact you from long time, sir. That's why I am
even
feeling.
the mice in my house are not scared of me. What are you talking? Okay. I keep saying shoo, shoo, and they stand there and mock me, make faces at me. Okay. Really, honestly. Okay. And mosquitoes, even mosquitoes at night, they're not scared of me. They keep biting me. I threaten them. I say, I'll kill you. They said, go on, try. They know that I don't have such fast reflexes anymore. They'll dodge me. And they do most of the times. Okay. So, anyways, jokes
What
apart,
is
I hope you're doing fine,
dulge
Abhishek.
means?
Yeah, Raki?
What is dulge means?
Dodge, 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 dodge. You dodge a bullet,
Dodge.
dodge.
So what you said?
How I said, on a serious note, how are you doing? Everything is in control, your studies and everything?
Yes, sir.
Good. My daughter is now preparing for IIT JEE.
JE. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
in 11th
Nice.
now.
so where she doing? From which institute she was doing?
Physics wala,
Physics one.
right?
Sir, if you have, if she need any help, so just tell me, sir. I will help.
Sure, sure, Abhishek. I will.
If
Thank you very
if
much.
she need any modular and everything, any stuff, na, just tell me, sir. I will
Sure,
help her.
sure,
Help her.
sure. Hmm. So, where were we? We were doing, yes. I asked you a question, whether B has actually bought a lottery or not. So the answer is yes, B has bought a lottery. And how do we know? Which word is telling us that B has already bought a lottery? Could you tell me, guys? The use of the there tells us that he has bought the lottery. Okay, if it was just a lottery, okay, then maybe hypothetical. What would you do, Aman, if you won a lottery? You understand? What would you do if you won a lottery? Okay, a lottery. But here the sentence is, what would you do if you won the lottery? The lottery that you have bought, the lottery that you have. Understand? And that's why here the, because B has already bought the lottery. Now tell me, to go in so much depth to appreciate the situation, the context this way, this is what you want to have with you, this kind of skill. देखो सब लोग इसका हिंदी कर लेंगे. Yeah, please come on in. How are you? So good to see so many students coming back. Okay, come over here. Here, it's better here. You did try to join one day online. Yeah. How are you? First of all, tell me. Feeling any better? No. Have you been seeing a doctor? Okay. I'm saying, if you look at the words here, anybody would translate this, right? Anybody would translate it into in the क्या करिएगा अगर आप लॉटरी जीत जाइएगा, the second conditional, no problems. My question कि वो बी से जो पूछ रहा है कि क्या करोगे अगर लॉटरी जीत जाओगे, तो क्या वो लॉटरी खरीदा है बी, ऐसे ही पूछ रहा है? मैं आपसे ऐसे ही पूछ सकता हूँ ना कि अगर आप लॉटरी जीत जाएंगे तो क्या करेंगे? What would you do if you won a lottery? So a lottery and the lottery makes the difference. आपने टिकट खरीदा, मुझे पता है, and I'm asking you, क्या करोगे? लॉटरी जीत जाओगे तो what would you do if you won the lottery? तो ये छोटा सा, इसलिए मैंने पूछा कौन सा वर्ड हेल्प किया. So some of you got the answer right, but unfortunately you didn't know which word guided you. तो तुम्हें कैसे पता चला अगर तुमने ये दर्द जवाब नहीं दिया तो? How did you know? It was just a fluke. It was just a fluke. It was, a random correct answer without any logic. If you guys had said, sir, the lottery, sir, I would have felt so proud right now, I can tell you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. When you don't have even one. When you have two. Mm,
Sir, in Kerala, sir, so many shop of this lottery shop, sir.
in Kerala, lottery is not illegal. Is this what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Here is so many shops, sir. So lotteries.
Uh-huh. Could you say that in Hindi, Dave?
Yes, sir. एक one second, sir.
Kerala
के
mein?
अंदर सर बहुत सारी दुकानें हैं ये लॉटरी लॉटरी की बहुत सारी है
Okay. In Kerala, lottery is very commonplace, and there are lots of shops. There are lots of
Yes.
shops selling lottery. Yeah, it depends on the state policy. You know, if Bihar state government decides that selling lottery will not be illegal, then here too you will find lots of lottery shops. Who doesn't want to be rich overnight? Everybody wants to take a chance. You see, people think it's only matter of 5 rupees, 10 rupees, but they have a chance. Okay. So, they don't lose much. 5 rupees, 10 rupees once in a while. And they just want that excitement. Maybe today is my day. Next time I'll win, something like that. But basically, it's the benefit for the people who play the lottery. I mean, who organize the lottery, you see, not the people who buy the lottery. Basically, yes, one of them or a few of them benefit when they win big prizes, but most of them lose their money. You see, whoever, organizes the lottery, what do? If they have 500 rupees is the first prize, 100 rupees is the second prize, 50 rupees the third prize, and that's all. So it is 650 rupees that they are going to give away as prize money. So they will ensure that they sell 700 tickets with price at 1 rupee, so that they have 700 income and they will give away 650. 50 rupees is their profit. As simple as that. This is the model everywhere. Whether you talk about normal lotteries that you have known for a long time, conventional, or whether you talk about these new lotteries that you have Dream 11 and other places. More income and 90%, 85%, 95% return as prize money, and keep the 5%. That's your main income. Okay. But it's a big, huge amount of money because lots of people buy. See, it's not a small feat. It's not a joke for a company to become the official sponsor of the Indian team, Dream 11. And some days ago, it was My Circle 11 or something, My 11 Circle. They were also sponsors of a tournament, I think. So they are already making good amount of money. Okay, anyways, let's not get distracted. The use of the here before lottery tells us that B has already bought a lot. Number two, yes, everybody, if I
would be taller,
Rakhi, we do not do that with the if structure. If a structure allows conditional 1, present simple, conditional 2, past simple, Rakhi.
okay, sir.
If I
So,
was taller, I would
yes,
join the police.
If I was taller,
both of you are fine with was, but remember in exams, you can't use if I was taller. In
If I
exams, you need to
if I
say,
were taller,
yes, Sanjeev,
if
Were
I were taller,
if I were taller.
if I were, yeah,
And the second part,
I would join the police force.
I would join the police force.
अगर हम थोड़े लंबे होते ना तो पुलिस फोर्स ज्वाइन करते, लेकिन हम नहीं कर पाएंगे. Can't join. I won't join because I'm not
Sir,
taller.
why were?
Okay. Yes, Abhi.
I don't get it. Why were means if I were.
Traditional use, you see, convention, following the convention. In grammar, we call it subjunctive mood, and that's why we use were, be, verb, B2. Were is the subjunctive mood, and we say, if I were taller. Normally, we don't use were with I, do we? We use were with
Yes.
plural. We use was with singular. But in this structure, Abhishek, second conditional, doesn't matter what your subject is, okay? If you're using be verb, you use formally you use were, not was. Informally, you can say if I was taller. Informally, okay? But formally, you must say if I were taller. That's the convention. If I were taller, I would join the police force. However, I would like to go back to Raki's answer, who said if I would be taller, if I would be taller. This is okay in American English, actually. In American English, people can speak this way. If I would be taller. They use would part with if part. In British English, you're not allowed to. And I know some of you will be preparing for exams and all, so I'm not really teaching the American structure for the second conditional. American structure doesn't force you to use the past tense with if part. You can use would in both parts. If you would say sorry, I would forgive you. अगर तुम माफी मांग लोगे तो माफ कर देंगे. Okay, if you would say sorry, I would forgive you. All right. ये British style नहीं है. According to British English, it is wrong. In British English, you should say, if you said sorry, I would forgive you. If you said sorry, yes. And there are variations as well. But here, because we are learning a spoken English, not a grammar course, so we are not going to all those variations. Okay. Number 4. No, number 3.
We wouldn't go out this afternoon.
In number 3, both are correct. Totally no problems. Depends on the context. Suppose the weather is absolutely fine. Okay. And you're imagining this. We wouldn't go out this afternoon if the weather were bad. Okay. But first conditional sounds better. We will not go out this afternoon if the weather is bad. Okay. There is a real possibility of the weather going bad. मौसम खराब हो सकता है. Okay. तो खराब हुआ, तो we will not go out. We will not go out this afternoon if the weather is bad. और second conditional, chance नहीं है कि खराब होगा, लेकिन फिर भी बोल रहे हैं. We would not go out this afternoon if the weather were bad. Were. फिर से वही वाली बात. Was नहीं, were. Was is okay informally. But in exams, you must use were. Number 4. If I didn't have a job,
I wouldn't
If I-
get up.
I would I
uh-huh.
would get up.
If I didn't have a job, I would get up at 10 o'clock every day. A person who has a job is hypothetically imagining this situation. यार अगर काम नहीं करना होता ना यार, सब 10 बजे उठते हर दिन यार, क्या जरूरत है सुबह उठने का. If I didn't have a job, लेकिन है. If I didn't have a job, I would get up at 10 o'clock every day. 5. If you don't study hard, you will not get into university. Real possibility ना? नहीं भैया पढ़ोगे नहीं, यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन नहीं होगा. If you don't study hard, you will not get into university. So always think about the situation. ये first conditional के लिए ज़्यादा बेहतर या second condition? Okay. Number 6.
I bought those shoes. If they wouldn't,
बेटा if
Yes.
में वोट नहीं लगाते रुकैया बेटा. रुकैया बेटा, you missed the most important part. खाली तुमने वोट लगा दिया फर्स्ट में ही. Where is the condition? Where is the result, रुकैया?
I would
do you-
buy.
Do you realize your mistake, रुकैया?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good that you did. Okay. People, remember, there are 2 parts. One is condition part and the other is result part. Okay. Would is used with the result part. Okay. I would buy those shoes if they didn't cost so much. बहुत महंगा है. Situation सामने. अच्छा तुम बताओ ये कब बोला जा रहा होगा? फिर ब्लंडर किया तुमने. Situation नहीं appreciate किया. Somebody is in the shop. They saw some very expensive shoes. अब बोल रहे हैं महंगा नहीं रहता ना तो ले लेते. यही बोलते हैं ना, महंगा नहीं रहता ना तो ले लेते, महंगा है ना, यानी ऑपोजिट सिचुएशन, रियलिटी को उल्टा बोल रहे हो ना, क्या करोगे? सेकंड कंडीशन, आई वुड बाय दो शूज, ले लेते बोला, लेकिन महंगा बहुत ज्यादा है, सस्ता रहता तो ले लेते। आई वुड बाय दो शूज इफ दे didn't cost so much. I have a question just to check your understanding. Okay. Tell me, this conversation is taking place in the shop or after coming back from the shop?
After coming back on the show.
After
Dave, what do you think? Ravi, what do you think? Sanjeev, what do you
After, sir,
think?
after coming source.
after coming the shop, sir.
After coming, sir.
Sorry, everybody, you're all wrong. Everybody is wrong. Everybody is wrong. Only one possibility, in the shop. Why? Because when you left the shop, now it is past tense, beta. When you left the shop, अभी वो क्या हो गया? Past tense हो गया। घर आने के बाद बोल रहे हैं, पता है जूता बहुत महंगा था, नहीं उतना महंगा नहीं रहता ना तो ले लेते। Do you understand what I mean? So situation is not the same. Okay, you're referring to a past moment. We don't use the second conditional to refer to a past time situation. Everybody remember this very clearly. I know I got you here. तुम लोग को बहुत बहुत प्राउड फील करना चाहिए कि तुम किस क्लास से हो, क्योंकि देखो तुम जब कॉन्फिडेंट रहते हो कि हम तो सब सही कर रहे हैं, वहां पे मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ कहाँ तुम अभी और सीख सकते हो और ध्यान दे सकते हो। डू यू रियलाइज इट? अदरवाइज किसी भी क्लास का मैक्सिमम क्या है, अचीवमेंट, भाई ये स्ट्रक्चर दिमाग में चला गया, बच्चे एग्जांपल देने लगे, बात खत्म है ना। बट हियर वी लर्न प्रैक्टिकली एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई आस्क सच क्वेश्चंस। कोई सवाल पूछेगा नहीं ऐसा जब तक उसके दिमाग में वो चलेगा नहीं कि कहाँ फंस सकते हैं बच्चे। मुझे पता था आप कहाँ फंस सकते हैं, दैट्स व्हाई आई आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन। रवि भैया आप बताओ एवरीबॉडी कि आप लोग पास्ट टाइम के लिए ये स्ट्रक्चर यूज करते हो सेकंड कंडीशनल? कभी नहीं। यू यूज द पास्ट टेंस विद इफ, लेकिन वो पास्ट टाइम को रेफर नहीं करता। आप कोई बीती घटना के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे होते। ओके, तो रुकैया, टेल मी हाउ डज इट फील, टेल मी हाउ इट फील्स टू बी फूल्ड, टू गिव सच अ रॉन्ग आंसर। रुकैया, संजीव।
Really bad, sir.
Okay, but no, don't feel very bad. Just think, okay, yeah, I need to pay special attention to this one fact, whether the incident that I'm referring to is from the past. If it is from the past, second conditional, first conditional cannot be used. So we need another, and that's why there are three conditional sentences. One, to refer to a past time event. जो हो गया, अब क्या करें उसके बारे में? ठीक है, गुस्सा आ गया इसलिए जान मार दिए, थोड़ा कंट्रोल करते गुस्सा तो जान नहीं मारते, मार दिए लेकिन खत्म कहानी, अब रिग्रेट करके फायदा क्या, मार दिया हो गया। तो दिस इज द थर्ड कंडीशनल, राइट? जब भी पास्ट टाइम के बारे में बात करना हो, देखो पीछे मत पड़ जाना, मेरे कुछ शार्प जो स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जल्दी जल्दी चलते हैं, उनके लिए सिर्फ बोल देना ये थर्ड कंडीशन है, इट रेफर्स टू द पास्ट टाइम। और चूंकि ये थर्ड कंडीशन है तो एक बार और पीछे चलो, प्रेजेंट सिंपल से पास्ट सिंपल पे आए हो, अब कहाँ जाओगे? लॉजिकली बोलो बोलो बोलो, कहाँ जाओगे? इफ के साथ कहाँ जाओगे? प्रेजेंट सिंपल कंडीशनल वन, पास्ट सिंपल कंडीशनल टू, अब क्या बचा, कहाँ जाओगे? बताओ बताओ बताओ।
Future simple.
कौन सी बोला रे, फ्यूचर सिंपल? मतलब पास्ट के बारे में
Future,
बात
sir.
कर, हाँ हाँ, फिर से बोलना संजीव।
No, I said future.
जब पास्ट की बात करना तो फ्यूचर क्या बात कर बोलेंगे? फ्यूचर कोई टेंस भी नहीं होता वैसे, कौन सा टेंस यूज करना बचे क्या? एग्जैक्टली, लॉजिकल डिसीजन। भैया पास्ट सिंपल यूज कर रहे हैं इन द सेकंड कंडीशनल, इट डजंट रेफर टू द पास्ट, तो बचा क्या ऑप्शन? पास्ट परफेक्ट विद इफ, और वहां वुड प्लस V1 बोल रहे हो रिजल्ट में, अब क्या बोलोगे? would have V3, would have V3, that's all, and third conditional done. Okay, it will refer to a past event. और जो लोग अभी हड़बड़ा रहे हैं, टेंशन ना लें, There will be plenty of time to learn. Don't worry. So, why is Faizan not here? I don't understand. The class is over. He should be here now. If he says, sir, I will join the new batch, I'm going to be annoyed. Honestly. मुझे जब बच्चे अपनी डिसीजन देते हैं ना तो मुझे बड़ा बुरा लगता है मतलब मैं बोल रहा हूँ उसकी वैल्यू नहीं है कि भाई कर लो कर लो Let's continue, everyone. So, number 5, if you don't study hard, you will not get into the university. 6, I would buy those shoes if they didn't cost so much. If they didn't cost so much. Cost ना? अगर उतना महंगा नहीं होता ना तो खरीदते लेकिन महंगा है हाँ नहीं हाँ हुआ third condition. And that's why conditional sentences are tricky, especially for Indian students, because Hindi remains the same for second and third. In many contexts, one sentence in Hindi can be translated in two ways, with the second conditional and the third conditional, because the second conditional sentence doesn't refer to a past, and the third will. Hindi will remain the same, interestingly. Number 7, don't worry. If your boss, tell him you're not feeling well. Both the sentences are okay. All right? Both the sentences are okay. If you think, hi, call kar sakta hai boss. If your boss calls, chance hai call karne ka. If your boss calls, I'll tell him you're not feeling. Tension मत ऐसे तो चांस नहीं लेकिन अगर किया तो ऐसे तो चांस नहीं है लेकिन अगर किया तो if your boss called, I would tell him you're not feeling well. रह जाओ present के साथ, okay? First conditional. If your boss calls, I'll tell him you're not feeling well. Number 8. अगर perfect English बोलते तो पढ़ना नहीं सीखना नहीं पड़ता हमको English. Second conditional, everyone, with number 8. If I spoke perfect English, I wouldn't have to study at all. You know what, Abhi? What you said today, sir, I was a little bit hesitant to face you. Exactly, this is what I heard from my student Rupa. She's doing her medical. She's in the second year. She said, sir, I was just feeling a little afraid to talk to you. Again, I don't understand. I think it is the student's own, I will say, experience with the teachers. Yes, we might have a little conversation about it. Bhaiya kya kar rahe the, kya nahi kar rahe the. But there won't be anything beyond that. हाँ, अगले क्लास में सीधा एडमिशन कैंसिल होगा, है कि नहीं? अगले क्लास का रूल क्या है? You go absent for 7 days without information, and your admission is